Over the past several weeks, I found myself walking the same neighborhood path my mom walked almost every day. As I walked, I kept wondering what she thought about out on her walks. And when I shared that question with Larry, he told me she often carried her prayer lists on those walks and spent that time praying for others, which sounds exactly like something my mom would do. During these walks, I kept asking, Mom, what do you want me to say on this day? And what I heard was, it's okay to sit in the sadness, but also sit in the joy and inspiration that I lived in my life. Feel it and become it, because that's exactly how she lived. Pamela was born on July 26, 1954, in San Francisco to Annabelle and Frank Cullen. She was the second child and the smallest of 6 kids. She was born early, weighing only 4 pounds, 9 ounces. Being a preemie became part of the family lore for years. Her mom made sure everyone knew Pamela needed her afternoon naps, and the other kids had better keep it down. The family eventually moved to Green Valley Road in Sebastopol, where she and her siblings grew up running through apple orchards and collecting fallen apples. She later graduated from El Molino High School in 1972. Her oldest sister, Denise, shared a favorite memory of taco night as a kid. Their mom always served everyone's food, so you only got what was on your plate, except on taco nights. Apparently, taco nights became a full competitive sporting event. My mom and Denise would fiercely battle to see who could eat more tacos. And we're talking 9 or 10 tacos each until they were sick, both determined to win. Denise said my mom only beat her once, but she admits that she was the one always a little more sick afterwards because she was too stubborn to quit. That story feels very Pamela, competitive, joyful, stubborn, and laughing through it all. She married young at 19, and she had me a few years later. Being my mom was one of the most important roles of her life until I gave her 3 grandchildren, Garrett, Mason, and Kyla. And she became Granny, which quickly became the new most important role of her life. Kyla shared one of the things that she'll always remember hearing Granny say, "I love you most," when Kyla told her that she loved her. That competitive side, Granny had to be the one to love the most. Her sister Janice shared another memory that represents how my mom lived her life. Whenever they were in a disagreement, and neither was going to change their opinion, my mom would eventually smile and say chocolate and vanilla, which is actually a phrase Larry coined. But that was her way of saying, we don't have to think the same. We don't have to agree, and that's okay. And then Janice would add, well, what about Cherry Garcia and chocolate chip cookie dough, just to be a stinker? That phrase, chocolate and vanilla, became such a simple but beautiful reflection of who she was. She could hold strong opinions while still making room for other people. And if you knew Pamela, you knew she made room for people. You also knew she loved the color red. Red nail polish, red lipstick, red shoes, red jewelry, red hair ties, red cars. Even her Harley was red, which may explain why she loved the 49ers so much. My mom had this incredible ability to connect with others. She brought joy wherever she went. At work, at church, at the grocery store, walking through the neighborhood, or standing in line somewhere. If you met her once, she remembered you. If you didn't know her before, you probably left as her friend. She genuinely wanted people to feel included, encouraged, and seen. Her faith was also a huge part of her life. She had been attending New Vintage Church for more than 15 years and loved inviting people to join her. One of the little things people may remember is her laying her red scarf across several seats to save spots for family and friends she hoped would come. She first brought Kyla to New Vintage when she was in kindergarten, and eventually I began attending regularly with her too. Most recently, Garrett and Mason had also started coming to Sunday services and experiencing the same joy and presence of God that meant so much to her. She volunteered consistently throughout her life. In addition to serving in kids' ministry and most recently being a greeter at church, she donated over a gallon of blood throughout her lifetime and loved volunteering with the County of Sonoma events. The Tole Fall Festival and Water Bark were one of her favorites, and she loved encouraging others to work alongside her. She didn't just want to do good, she wanted others to experience the joy of doing good with her. My mom had a real entrepreneurial spirit. She was resilient, motivated, and always excited about new ideas, new people, and new opportunities. During her career, she was well known for working as a secretary at Forestville Elementary School, and later as a manicurist for Kelly Klein Hair Design. Many others as well, even a couple MLM chapters of her life with Avon and Monavie. However, she decided to go back to school in her 40s and graduated from Heald Business College, where she received several, if not all, A's. It was then that she began working for the County of Sonoma. She eventually retired from here in 2019 as a senior election specialist. One thing I admire most about my mom was her resilience. Whatever she went through in life, she somehow turned it into purpose. She battled cancer 3 separate times, and instead of shrinking inward, she dedicated herself even more deeply to encouraging others going through similar struggles. She participated in Relay for Life, eventually serving on the board, and built personal relationships with people walking through cancer themselves. After her cardiac event, she became an ambassador for the annual Celebration of Lives event for survivors. She truly used hardship as an opportunity instead of a setback. My mom was an overcomer, and then she spent the rest of her life trying to help create more overcomers. My favorite Bible verse reminds me so much of her. It's Matthew 17:20. "You don't have enough faith," Jesus told them. "I tell you the truth. If you had faith even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it would move. Nothing would be impossible." That was my mom. Not because life was easy, but because she kept moving forward with faith anyway. And then there was Larry. One of the greatest joys of my mom's life was her relationship with Larry. They were together for 34 years. They celebrated birthdays together because they were only 5 days apart. Over the years, they built a life full of adventures, laughter, loyalty, and deep companionship. They spent years riding Harley Davidsons together across Western states, making memories wherever they went. One of my favorite stories was when Larry surprised her with a brand new Harley Davidson. He casually handed her the keys while they were eating dinner at Sizzler and said something like, "I didn't get you much for your birthday." And she was completely shocked. Apparently, she was so nervous riding it off the lot because all of the employees at the Harley shop came out just to watch her leave on that '94 Red Sport Harley. Later, their adventures shifted to hot rods, and in 2001, they purchased a 1939 Chevy. Over time, some of their favorite weekends became much simpler. Watching grandkids at sporting events, traveling together, driving through Sonoma County, and spending time with family. She and Larry especially loved traveling, and Hawaii was their favorite, so that quickly became an annual trip. But honestly, some of her greatest joy in recent years came from being Granny. In 2021, she welcomed her first great-grandbaby, Layla. Then Noah in 2024, and Mia in 2025. Some of her happiest moments were the simple ones: park trips, walks, backyard playtime, and everyday errands with her great-grandchildren, who absolutely adored her. At one point, Layla even said she wanted to move in with Granny. And that makes complete sense to anyone who knew her. Another thing my mom loved was preserving memories. She saved photographs, documents, family keepsakes, genealogy records, and little pieces of family history going back decades. Recently, she helped locate her grandparents' grave sites with her sister Janice and brother Michael. I even found a school paper she had written while at Heald Business College interviewing her mother about her life, something my mom carefully held on to this whole time. And then I realized she wasn't just preserving things, she was preserving people, relationships, stories, moments, and love. She was often the one taking the photos instead of standing in them. Eventually, she bought a tripod so she could finally run into the picture before the timer went off, which somehow feels symbolic. She wanted to capture the moment, but she also wanted to be a part of it. I'm sure we can all agree this is part of her legacy. The people she encouraged, inspired, and walked beside through difficult seasons of life. What I saw in my mom, I now see in my own children. And even though her life feels too short to us, I truly believe she lived one of the fullest lives I've ever known. Before I close, I want to share a few little handwritten notes Larry found from my mom. Small reminders of how she viewed life. The future depends on what we do in the present. Anything can be a blessing, miracle, or opportunity if you choose to see it that way. And faith does the best in darkness. Those words feel especially meaningful now. So today, while we grieve her loss, I also hope we carry forward the things that she gave us: her joy, her faith, her resilience, her ability to include people, her belief that hardships can become opportunities, and her ability to make an ordinary life feel so meaningful. I think that's what she would want most. Not just for us to remember her, but for us to live a little more like her. Thank you, Mom. We love you, and we'll carry you with us always.